Today's show is brought to you by locally owned and operated Highland Rim Speedway. Highland Rim Speedway is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year with great short track door-to-door stock car racing in a safe, family-friendly atmosphere. Visit their website at highlandrim.com.
And welcome back, everybody, to the final segment of this edition of Pit Pass. Joe Williams and Larry Woody. And when we're done, we may well head out to Hermitage Avenue, get a little lunch at the Batter's Box. Go see our friends out there, be it to watch the game or just grab a bite of lunch. They can take care of you. That's the Batter's Box at 43 Hermitage Avenue. Larry, some news coming out of Highland Rim Speedway this week that I think is really exciting. And it's not necessarily all racing related. One of the things that we've been following, there's a front-wheel drive driver who drives in that division at the Rim. Daniel Harper, whose 18-month-old son, Kensington, had some real issues with some kidneys. Well, insurance wasn't going to cover everything. The Rim did a big fundraiser. 2 days ago, on Monday, Daniel was able to donate a kidney to his son. That's got to be kind of special to begin with. The good news is Daniel and Kensington both doing well. Everything's working the way it should, and that's got to make everybody feel. That's just a feel-good story. If you want to add to that one, Daniel missed his sister's birthday, which was Monday, but he's okay with that. She's okay with that because on Tuesday, she made him an uncle. Talk about a wild 48 hours. And I'll bet you, both of those kids will have a race car in their hands before too long.
Yeah, Joe, like you said, that's one of those nice, heartwarming stories. Good people doing good deeds, good cause. And Highland Rim is noted for that. You know, over the years, they've held a lot of fundraisers. They've been involved in a lot of community action projects and so forth. And I remember when I was covering them a few years ago, they're involved in the Tabitha Tutors effort to find Tabitha, you know, and Buddy Williams, one of the track owners, actually put her picture and some numbers to call and so forth on his race car. So Highland Rim has a history of doing good deeds.
Highland Rim, Buddy, Roger, Jerry, the whole bunch.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of the way they are. Now, local racing. About time to get started. The Rim is finally, I say finally, that's not fair. They have announced what their plans are as far as opening their schedules. First practice is March 30th. Mm-hmm. You think about it, Larry, that's two and a half months maybe.
And the thing, Joe, as you know, this, as we speak, the drivers, mechanics, people like this, they're frantically getting those cars built now. They used to joke about, when we in the media would talk about the season starting, they'd say, no, our season started 2 months ago. This is our busy time of year, scrambling to get those cars ready to get on the track, and also scrambling, Joe, to get sponsorships in place and so forth. You don't just show up at the first race of the season and announce, I just landed a sponsor this morning. These guys are out there, you know, beating the bushes right now for that. So this is a time of year when the work's done. They say once the season starts, that's the fun time. But you're right, they roll out on the track in a little over
2.5, almost 3 months, but this is the hard time. But the first practice is the 30th. The first media day is going to be on April 6th, and then the opening night will be April 13th. It's my understanding they're going to run basically every week from then on out to October. That's the way weekly racing, that's why you call it weekly racing.
Yeah. And I'm glad to see it, Joe. We've said many times, you know, at one point I thought some of these wonderful old racetracks were going to just wither and die away, and so I'm glad to see that Buddy and his partners have saved that track and saved some other tracks around the area. It's a wonderful sport. It's amateur level. It's racing just for the sheer love of racing, and I think it's fun to watch. And great story from the media standpoint. There's no better stories. I could go to Highland Rim and get a dozen good stories rather than go to Daytona and stand in line for 2 hours to get an appointment to talk to Jimmy Johnson for 15 seconds. So from the media standpoint, it's a gold mine, little tracks like that.
And the other half, Larry, is we talked earlier about, you know, the drivers today may not, that lack of aggressive, I want to get there because I want to win. I'm here because on this level, they will put that nose where there may not be enough room because they want to win.
Sure, and they, you know, it's just a completely different mentality, and they aren't racing, as we said before, Joe, for fame and glory. They aren't going to get either one at Highland Rim or any of these other little tracks around the area. They're racing just because they love racing. So it's I think that's part of the charm and attraction for these little bull rings that we love so much.
I say, based on our tax returns, I think we've both been doing it for the same reason for the past couple of decades anyway.
I don't know about you, and I got filthy rich covering this sport.
You did? Wow, excuse me, I'm going to have to take him out back and figure out how you pull that off. Final thought this week, want to say hello to our old friend Ray Clark, better known around the racetrack as Truck. Owned cars for Ronnie Moore and for Bobby Hamilton. Won a couple titles with Bobby out at the old fairgrounds. Hope he's feeling better. Ray apparently had a heart attack right before Christmas, and of course we had Gary Baker on the last couple of weeks because we were able to get some things. We've kind of taken a break and didn't have a chance to say, Ray, Truck, hope you're feeling better. Thanks for being a part of this great community. Larry, we've wrapped up another one. We get ready for next week. We'll get a chance to see what the cars look like, get a chance to talk about it.
And maybe a story about Danica Patrick developing too. Mention that coming up.
Larry's just a tease.
Worth tuning in for.
Yeah, but he's teasing you so you'll come back. No, there's a line there. We're not going there. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us on Pit Pass. Hope you have a great week. For Larry Woody, I'm Joe Williams. We'll see you next time right here on Pit Pass.